Imagine, if you will, that we are floating gently on the morning air. Below us, a city awakens, bathed in the soft golden light of a new day. This is Greensboro, North Carolina, a place where nature and human life have learned to live in remarkable harmony. From this vantage point, high above the ground, the world seems peaceful, a quiet and wonderful tapestry woven with threads of green and gray. The sounds of the waking city are just a faint murmur, a gentle hum that speaks of life beginning. It is a place that does not shout for attention, but rather invites you in with a quiet, welcoming whisper. As we drift, we can see the city is not just a collection of buildings and roads. It is a living, breathing entity. The trees seem to outnumber the rooftops, their leaves creating a vast green canopy that stretches from one end of the horizon to the other. This city is a sanctuary, a place where the hustle of modern life has found a comfortable rhythm with the slow, steady pulse of the natural world. The streets below look like gentle streams, carving their way through a forest of homes and businesses. Now, let us guide our gaze toward the center of this remarkable place. Downtown Greensboro rises gently from the surrounding green, a cluster of buildings that forms the city's vibrant heart. From our aerial perspective, it is not an overwhelming forest of steel and glass. Instead, it appears as a handsome collection of brick and stone, where history stands proudly alongside modernity. The tallest building, now known as the Lincoln Financial Group building, acts as a friendly landmark. The streets below form a neat grid, a pattern of order and purpose, yet they are lined with trees that soften their edges, bringing nature right into the urban core. Looking down, we can see the life of the city beginning to stir. One of the most striking features from above is Center City Park, a perfect square of green nestled among the buildings. It is like a beautiful emerald set in a ring of urban architecture. We can see its winding paths, its open lawn, and the gentle spray of its fountain. Let us now drift away from the city center and glide over the vast green spaces that give Greensboro its famous nickname, the Gate City, and arguably its other, the City of Greens. From above, these parks are not just isolated patches of green. They are woven together to form a magnificent tapestry that covers the entire city. The Greensboro Arboretum, for instance, appears as a meticulously designed garden, a place of incredible order and beauty. From this height, we can see the distinct patterns of its flower beds, the winding pathways, and the diverse collection of trees, each one a different shade of green. Another jewel in this green crown is the Bicentennial Garden. As we float overhead, it reveals itself as a place of serene elegance. The gentle curves of its flower beds and the graceful arch of its wedding gazebo are clearly visible. Further on, our journey takes us over the expansive grounds of Country Park. This is a much larger and more untamed expanse of nature. From the air, it looks like a great green lung for the city. We can see the shimmering surface of its two lakes, reflecting the sky like polished mirrors. As we continue our flight, we drift over the residential areas, the many neighborhoods that make up the fabric of Greensboro. From this high perspective, they appear as peaceful enclaves, each with its own distinct character, yet all sharing a common sense of tranquility. In historic neighborhoods like Fisher Park, the homes are grand and stately, with wide porches and steep roofs that speak of a bygone era. These houses stand like proud storytellers, their very presence a link to the city's rich past. Then, as we glide towards the newer parts of the city, the style of the homes changes, but the commitment to green space remains. Even in the more modern developments, you can see the careful preservation of trees and the inclusion of communal parks and playgrounds. From above, we can observe the simple rhythms of daily life. We see children riding their bicycles on the quiet streets, their laughter too faint to hear but easy to imagine. This is the true essence of Greensboro, found in the quiet moments of its everyday existence. Our journey now takes us over the beautiful bodies of water that add another dimension to Greensboro's landscape. From high above, the city's lakes appear like shards of a fallen sky, their surfaces calm and reflective. Lake Higgins, Lake Brant, and Lake Townsend form a stunning trio of reservoirs to the north of the city. As we look closer, we can see tiny boats gliding across the water's surface. Some are sailboats, their white sails catching the gentle breeze like the wings of a great bird. Others are kayaks and canoes, small, colorful specks moving with the rhythmic dip of paddles. The forests that surround these lakes are just as impressive as the water itself. They are dense and unbroken, a vast wilderness area on the very edge of the city. From our vantage point, we can appreciate the sheer scale of this natural preserve. The trails that wind through the forests and along the lake shores are used by hikers, runners, and cyclists, people who draw strength and inspiration from their time in nature. These lakes and forests are a precious resource, and the people of Greensboro clearly understand their value. Now let us turn our attention to the landmarks that tell the story of Greensboro's significant past. From the air, these historic sites are not just old buildings. They are anchors of memory, places that hold the city's identity and its conscience. Another significant landmark visible from our aerial perch is the campus of Guilford College. Its old brick buildings and vast tree-filled grounds speak of a long history of education and progressive thought. Founded by the Quakers, this institution has always been a place of quiet reflection and social conscience. Nearby, the campus of North Carolina A&T State University spreads out, another vital center of education and history. It is one of the nation's most respected historically black universities, and its contribution to the city and the nation is immeasurable. These landmarks and others like them are threads that connect the Greensboro of today with the Greensboro of yesterday. From the air, these sites are woven into the city's fabric, not set apart as museum pieces, but integrated into the living community. As we continue to survey the city, we can sense its creative energy. The arts are not confined to galleries and theaters in Greensboro. They spill out into the open, adding color and character to the urban landscape. From our high vantage point, we can see the vibrant murals that adorn the sides of buildings. Let's glide over the area known as the Weatherspoon Art Museum. From the air, the building itself has a modern sculptural quality, hinting at the treasures held within. But its influence extends beyond its walls. The city's commitment to the performing arts is also visible from above. The Tanger Center for the Performing Arts is a magnificent modern structure in the heart of downtown. Its sweeping curves and glass facade seem to promise wonderful experiences within. As we look down upon this culturally rich landscape, we see a city that is not just functional, but also expressive. It is a place that feeds the soul as well as the body, a community that understands the power of imagination. From our high and silent viewpoint, we can observe the city as a system in constant, gentle motion. The network of roads and highways that crisscross the landscape looks like the circulatory system of a living organism. The city's greenways add another layer to this picture of motion. These are the dedicated paths for cyclists and pedestrians, winding their way through parks and along creeks. From above, they look like thin green veins, connecting neighborhoods. We can also see the signs of industry and commerce, the places where the city's economic life happens. The railway lines cut straight across the landscape, long, gleaming threads of steel that have been vital to the city's growth for more than a century. All these different kinds of movement come together to create the dynamic life of the city. From our aerial perspective, we can see how all these different activities coexist in harmony. It is a city in motion, but it is a motion that is graceful and controlled, like a slow and beautiful dance. As our gentle journey through the sky comes to an end, we begin our slow descent back toward the earth. The details of the city become clearer, the individual leaves on the trees, the patterns of the bricks on the sidewalks, the faces of the people looking up at the sky. Greensboro, from this closer perspective, is just as beautiful as it was from the heavens. The gentle hum we heard from afar is now the friendly sound of a community going about its day. The city that looks so peaceful from the sky feels just as welcoming on the ground. This has been but a brief glimpse of a truly special place. We have seen its green heart, its historic soul, and its creative spirit. We have seen a city that values community, that cherishes its natural environment, and that honors its past while looking toward the future. It is a city that does not need to shout to be heard. Its qualities speak for themselves in the quiet beauty of its tree-lined streets, the friendly smiles of its people, and the gentle pace of its life. It is a place that invites you to slow down, to breathe deeply, and to reconnect with the simpler things that make life worthwhile. So, when you have the chance, come and walk beneath these magnificent trees. Stroll through the beautiful gardens and listen to the birdsong. Feel the warmth of the community and discover for yourself the quiet magic of this remarkable city. Let the gentle rhythm of Greensboro soothe your spirit and remind you of the beauty that can be found when people and nature live together in harmony. Come and see. You will not be disappointed. This green and gentle city is waiting to welcome you.